All right. So after that, you guys will be able to get a long rest.
Wow.
Well, it's you guys are in camp and you guys are kind of traveling over, um, like a 10 day. So it's one of those. It's the one of the sleeping things from the 10 day. So it's about a couple days afterwards. One afternoon, atop the midday stop, you notice a faint respite from the oppressive heat. A slight breeze ruffles the tassels on the camel's tack and the driver's robes. It is a relief in the hot air. Someone points to the south, and then you see a cloud on the horizon. And you haven't seen a cloud in days. It seems to be moving directly towards you, and fast. As you look at it closer, you see blocky shapes on top of the clouds that resolve quickly into buildings and towers. Pennants snap in the wind of its passage, and the cloud isn't the only thing coming towards you. Behind the cloud is a speeding, whirling storm of sand and dust, kicked up from the desert. You're in a deep, black shadow for a moment as the speeding cloud palace passes over you all. Uh, there are the sounds of horns from above, and the cloud castle turns slightly northeast from a delicate, ponderous turn toward the Great Peak Mountains. As it turns, the wall of rolling clouds continues in its wake, and you have moments to protect yourselves and the caravan from the oncoming sandstorm before it consumes you all. So, well, before then, let's try to put your noggin together for that knowledge. Let's start with a Arcana check. Fortunately, our good thing for John. Yep, and Isna.
I'll do it just so you guys can laugh at me.
Hey, that's
Hey!
that's really good. That's a group check. It would be a pass. Um, so you've read about things like this before in the passing. It is a rare phenomenon known as the Cloud Palace, made by cloud giants. They're supposed to house luxurious castles and gardens filled with magical fruit and silver fountain. And supposedly the thing is kept aloft by a magical rune that takes a year to inscribe. And on the top of that, let's see who give me a history check. Oh, Draven. Okay. So, a good number of you know that legends say that the first cloud palace was built by the god uh, Mouse, but that the father of the cloud giants, Nicholas, won the palace in a bet. And you also know, Draven pretty much knows at this point that there are rumors among the dwarves that a cloud giant castle crashed some 200 miles south of Mulemaster. Before the rule of man, other rumors are among the desert tribes say that there is a crash cloud palace lost in the desert, but there are even more rare tales of a cloud palace that was seen somewhat to the west the desert and the Great Peak Mountains sometime last year, and that it was associated with the cult of the dragon. But as you kind of get that knowledge out of your way, let's go to address the current situation you guys have, which is uh the sandstorm. If I can get a final wisdom check, survival check.
Survival check?
Yes, survival. Well, it's more
Would
of
this
survival knowledge.
would this be to navigate and or track?
Oh, this is more like survival as a knowledge.
Gotcha. Just need to see if my labyrinthine recall.
Sure.
Oh, good thing, because I always know which way is north.
Yeah. So the Cloudstorm looks to be a violent wake at the passing cloud castle. But they probably don't care, don't know, and or don't care. But you got to do something to protect yourself and to protect the wagons. With winds like these coming, the sands will definitely tear apart anything and everything else. So, you guys will essentially have a round to one check to see what you can try to save. So there are currently 10 things to save. So the first thing is someone protecting the wagons, which is the food, which is only not for you guys, but food for the town of Parnas. There, and I'll type it out in the Roll20 chat. You also have about six, 3 pairs of the camels that need to be saved. The caravan driver Azam and his the camels, they're safe. They will automatically save no matter what. But you also have 3 of the caravan drivers rescue. Let's write them in the Roll20 chat. You guys can kind of try to plan and what you guys would do. It's just one. Everyone just has one turn. And yeah, you guys know that the most important, what you're hired for was for the statue. But there is also the food that I'm sure the food and the medicine that's to Parnas also very appreciative. And there is also the water. And you need enough camels and drivers to help with that. But weapons, 20.
All the weapons.
Yeah, all of them. Oh yeah. I'm thinking I'm thinking about what I think I can try to do to assist. Uh,
How long do we have to do this?
In game you have 6 seconds. Um, there is also some ideas for checks. You can definitely do an athletics checks just to try to do stuff. You can definitely use some arcana to help navigate history as well. If you're either or, there's animal handling that could definitely help with the camels, as well as medicine and survival. What's up with the drivers? Intimidation, yeah, you could definitely. Animal friendship spell can help. Charm person or command can help with the drivers, and Create water is also very handy.
What about manhandling the carts after we get the camels unhitched?
Oh, yeah, athletics to kind of try to lay them in a way to protect. Yeah, I mean that's a way, but it would just be you know oh. But yeah, if you guys had any additional stuff or spells or anything that could help with it.
Well, what Karatos is gonna do is we'll use a bonus action to become a peerless athlete. Use a channel divinity. Gain advantage on strength checks for the next 10 minutes. And will attempt to once the wagons are clear, just try to push them in a way so that they don't get broadsided by the wind.
Oh, let me be more clear. You guys have to pick one of these things, and then try to save.
We will save the wagon 2 with the water and the medicine.
Okay. Well, it'll be each of you can kind of pick something, or depending on an ability, you might be able to protect more than one. It just kind of depends. So.
Yes. Well, all I can do is be strong.
Yeah. Hey, being strong will be very helpful for wagons, camel, person. Combination can work. But yeah. Let us. Yeah, let's start with Karatos. Yeah, you got that. You can kind of pick which one, or I don't know if you guys want to try to uh plan. I'm definitely down with that. Uh,
I think
that's good.
I think me and the two trees can handle all the camels.
Okay.
All right.
How do?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Could Draven possibly stealth the food away from the elements so that they are not seen or touched? Try and protect Wagon 1 with his sling skills?
Um, I'll give you advantage for Draven on one of his smuggling skills for one of the checks. My yeah, it's just not stealth. Like maybe I'll say like
Sleight of hand? Or survival?
survival definitely just to but yeah, I'll give you advantage on it just because using your smuggling tactics for one of the wagons or drivers. Then yeah.
I guess I'll worry about the statue because that's our that was why we're here to begin with. So John will I guess take out his hempen rope and start trying to lash down the statue and get it to be more secure in the actual cart. So try to protect it from the sandstorm and everything.
Yeah. No, Isna, how did you just curious? How did you want to try to help with the sandstorm?
So, animal friendship only works on like a single animal, but me and the trees, we want to take care of all these camels because we feel compelled to do that as druids and animal lovers. And so, from my staff, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals so that I can clearly give all of the camels directions. I'm going to say, okay, here, listen up. What we're going to do is you guys are going to gather in a circle, and then the trees are going to surround and kind of bend their branches around and over the camels to keep them all protected. And we're going to use like bedrolls and any tarps we can find laying around to sort of protect every one of us in that little like huddle.
Sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was anything else that could. But yeah, that's a solid tactic.
Mario is going to protect the drivers. He's going to grow big by raging and I guess pound sand, literally, to keep the rage going. And he's going to essentially use his giant body to shield the drivers.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's start with. We'll just do it real quick. We'll start with Karatos. Give me that very important athletic check with advantage.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Witness all of the muscles of my bovine body.
All right, and Mario getting big and trying to cover some of the drivers. Go ahead and give me a check.
Strength athletics to sort of like to shield them while withstanding the heavy winds.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And since I'm raging, I'm going to do this with advantage.
Yes.
Same exact roll.
It's that's better than the other, Okay. All right, and for Isna, go ahead and do you want just to focus all of them, or do you want to try to trees to help with a wagon or something?
Nope, we're focused all on camels.
Okay.
I am like, because A, I'm gonna lean into being a druid, but B, because Kelly is a real life druid, and I get really bothered by animals getting hurt in game.
Sure.
So me and the trees, we're gonna worry about the camels.
All right. And gonna use.
Do I need to make a roll about it, or?
I'll just give it to you since you're using. I have both trees. Between focus on that, yes, you will protect the trees. I'll just give that to you.
Thank you. Yay.
Then with that, and then we go to John. John, you said you wanted to try to get the statue.
Yeah, I'll try to lash it down and make sure that the tarp is covered on it good and everything. So maybe athletics.
Definitely.
Do we have inspiration?
Yes, and nicely done. Yeah, I'll say you're able to protect the statue, and then we go to Draven.
Yeah, I think I rolled earlier 16 survival.
Sure. Oh, you did. What were you trying? Were you trying to protect the food or the weapons?
The food.
Okay. All right. I'll say with that.
Because it's possible to use food as a weapon. It's much harder.
True. All right. So the searing air and stinging and sand overwhelmed the caravan, sand whipping through the air, tearing and ripping at exposed skin, and rending the hems and sleeves of your clothes to tatters. Somewhere in a blinding storm, you hear a man scream in an unearthly, terrifying noise of a camel, nearly facing, its end. But somewhere out in the hell of flying sand, you hear the ripping of the heavy canvas wagon covers under the onslaught. The wind howls loud until it drowns out all other noise as the storm threatens to overwhelm you all. So, I'll say you all each need to, if you can give me a Constitution saving throw. If you have Desert Garb on, you'll get advantage. Heavy armor will have disadvantage, so it kind of just balances out. And then if you have fire resistance, that will help. Advantage.
What is desert garb? Could we have acquired that during our travels? Because that would make sense.
Yeah, that was kind of the conversation early on. It was the.
Oh,
It was like
was that when my
4 gold.
dog was when my dog was bleeding?
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I thought you said yes, Kelly.
I don't remember, but sure. My head hurts.
You might have been drunk.
He's 21. I'm gonna assume I have garb.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, it was only 4 gold, so that's something easy.
Oh, Isna has a crap ton of gold. She would have bought like, a couple sets so she could change each day.
Sure. Okay. Okay, well, unfortunately for John, you will get a oh, you got advantage on this. Didn't really help you though, so you will be exhausted, a level of exhaustion. And additionally, just to throw it out there, that the Sands whipping, actually it does about 10 points of damage to everything. So
It's save for half or save for nothing.
oh no, it just this will happen on top of the, regardless if you saved or not. But again, it's just really only thing you can deal with, because just as a storm feels like it's gonna pull you from the sands and carry you away, it passes. The sand falls out of the air and sunlight once again illuminates the land. However, everything looks different. The dunes and hills of sand have been completely rearranged. In only a few minutes, the terrifying force of the Giant's Passage has reshaped the desert. With the exceptions of the weapons wagon, I'll say that you guys will mostly rescue, mostly everybody, and you are all able to continue on your way. It's probably one of the best outcomes. So at this point, though, you can definitely take a short rest to heal the damage. But after this, essentially, Azam wants to kind of push forward, especially after the desert being as it is. It didn't want to. It doesn't want to chance any more time in the desert. As long as you guys are okay with it, yes, you can push on. Hopefully, you'll make it into Parnas, and once you make it essentially out of the desert into the forest, definitely can find somewhere to camp. But right now, it is this last push through the desert. But as you guys are winding on this main black road, I'm going to pull you into the map, because as you all have been watching the mountains come into view for days, but today they're close enough for the caravan to head up into the far more forgiving environment. You see trees on the mountains and clouds above them. As you get closer, you see that the foothills form desolate badlands, and the black road twists through them. But after traveling for hours toward the mountains, through the badlands, the black road goes through a full, steep-sided canyon. Ahead, the road is blocked by a crude stone wall and an iron gate. You see a few broad-shouldered, ill-featured, armored humanoids move back and forth along the top of the wall. And then with this defensive structure, they own the road and the passage to the west. You do see a faded, tattered banner with a leering skull of some loathsome tusked creature flying over the battlements. Of course, as you get to come closer, I mean, technically, there could be other ways to go, but your caravan is battered and weakened, and kind of going back down to the desert, try to find another road is very, fairly challenging ask right now. But as I kind of put you guys on a map, I'm just going to have the caravan kind of be behind you guys. But Azam will ask you if you can go and if you can help deal with whatever the guards want, and then if it's safe to let them know and they'll come through. So you guys are at the bottom of the map, on the road, so how would you all like to approach?
Should I go negotiate?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody coming with me?
I will come with you.
Draven will stick with the trees where there is shade and size less.
Sure. So, Karatos and Isna, and most of you, but as you guys get near the wall that blocks the canyon, you can see that the sandstorm that was too costly to your group also to damage this area. Their tattered banners hang from poles that have been knocked aside, and some of the crudely applied armored plates of the ramparts have been torn away. There are a dozen armored hobgoblins in position along the ramparts, unmoving as you guys approach. Off to the side, you see vultures feasting on something that died in the sandstorm earlier. Once you get about 60 feet away, a short, broad-shouldered, armored humanoid rises to the edge of the ramparts behind a crenellation. The humanoid has dark orange skin, vicious yellow eyes, and a surly expression. Definitely a hobgoblin. It'll call out, "You are entering Brad Fool's domain and must pay the toll," he shouts at you all. "Only gold or blood will be open the gates."
How much gold?
How much blood?
Well, it's 15 gold, and the blood just everything that you're bringing.
Like 15 gold total, or per person, or?
Go ahead, give me a persuasion with advantage.
Which one of us?
Well, Isna, you called out. Unless
Karatos would be giving the help action,
Sure.
with the calling out how much blood.
Sure.
I'll guide myself.
Okay. Kind of looks and tries to look at all of you, and then fingers.
I was less trying to negotiate and more just trying to get like a total.
Sure, no. Fair. No. Goes just 16 gold for all of you.
Oh, okay. I will take out 16 gold and give it to them.
Okay.
Actually, just because Isna's Isna, I'm going to take out a platinum and say, "Can you break this?"
And then they'll take it and then call out to it. Well, I think you'd it'd be 2 platinum because I think it's kind of, but yeah, because ideally, the Hobgoblin will look and say, "Close, but more gold."
Oh, because 1 platinum is 10 gold,
Mm-hmm.
right? And my brain was thinking it's 100. I will give them 2 platinum then.
Okay.
Can you break a 20?
Think about it. They start yelling at each other. Gold. Start yelling in Goblin. Does anybody speak Goblin? I will take silence as a no. So,
I'll speak giant for some reason.
yeah.
I am part giant. I don't know what you're talking about.
They start like yelling at each other back and forth, and then you see them throw a that they will give you 3 gold pieces back.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll just mumble to Karatos. So I was like, I kind of meant to just like tip them, but okay.
Did ask for they could break it.
That's true.
So,
All right, Karatos will step through and will give the Dom Toretto eye as she walks through to the guards.
Sure. And you guys, and they will let you go through. You see the as soon as the give them the platinum pieces, the one on top of the makeshift wall will kind of sneers at you in satisfaction, making your pay. And then they, they. But as you guys are leaving, go ahead and give me like a perception, and Draven, you'll have advantage.
Can I use guidance?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Isna, Draven, Jian. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Everybody but Mario, unfortunately. You notice that like the hobgoblins as you move through, like these don't move at all. They haven't moved full way, and it wasn't until you guys are like leaving with the caravan. Do you know why they haven't moved? They looks like they're propped up with straw.
Maybe with the extra gold, they can buy better scarecrows.
Hmm. So, yeah, and they will continue, and you guys will continue on your way. Now, as you guys are going, Draven, Isna, Draven and Isna. As you guys are kind of traveling a little bit of ways, you get starting to go past the initial kind of blockade. You guys notice that there's a some light glinting off top one of the canyon walls.
Hey, you guys notice that light take off one of the canyon walls?
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Just a wisp of cloud.
I mean, it's probably more hobgoblins or something trying to rob us, but we'll find out.
Isna's gold piece that she did.
Yeah. And as you guys are getting closer, you see one of the clear of the crags of the Badlands. You welcome the feel of moisture in the air and the sight of green plants for the first time in days. You guys even see a bird overhead that isn't a vulture. And if you all can give me a nature check. All right. And Draven. Yeah, Draven, Isna, and Jian. Oh, and yeah, everybody except Karatos actually. It is a hawk, and it is and hawks. It's a blood hawk, and what you guys would kind of know about blood hawks, they're usually used to send messages. And Draven, you're with your good, excellent passive perception, you can see, even though it's hard with the sun, the the hawk does indeed have some kind of message tied to it. And it's
Okay.
flying about like 50 feet above you guys.
Could Draven take a shot at it, or
Sure.
Or we could try just like coaxing it down to us.
all right, try coaxing it. If that doesn't work, I'm shooting it.
Okay, I'm gonna use my speech of beast and leaf, where I can kind of communicate to animals. Be like, come here and bring us the message. Good blood hawk.
Okay, go ahead, give me animal handling check.
Okay. Can I guide myself? Can I have advantage because I can kind of speak to it?
I'll say not advantage, just because it's kind of slightly different way, but instead of just, it could also be very easy, and it didn't even matter.
It's a 16. I gotta hustle to make the dice roll for me when I can. Like, gotta get that advantage.
Sure. Oh well, you guys will, sure enough, and the fact you got two walking trees, you do see the hawk try to, like, try to try to get next to you and for the shade. And sure, look.
Make sure the hawk gets some water. I imagine I would have been casting good berries as we went through the desert. I'll feed it a good berry.
Okay. It probably initially sniff it and eat it, since it's hawks are. I think hawks are carnivores, right?
Yeah, but good berries are magical.
Sure.
I'll pass the message off to whoever while I hang out with my new hawk friend.
Sure. And the message will say, essentially, it's badly written in, I think it would be giant. So in giant, it'll read that caravan coming, get ready. And
That,
walking.
that was not meant for us, was it?
No.
Was the hawk from it must have been from the hobgoblins. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I know. How could they?
It's probably different hobgoblin. Less edgy hobgoblin.
Well, I'm gonna, perch up in a tree with my new hawk friend. I guess we should be on the lookout. How mean.
Hey, maybe you can get that hawk to figure out what's that glinting up there.
I mean, I can't like I can communicate with it, but I don't understand it.
It'll just caw a bit.
Yeah, I would have to cast speak with animals again or something.
But hey, regardless, you intercepted a message that was totally not a, probably a now planned, robbery at some point. But hey, they don't have the message, so that might be good for you guys.
This hawk knows too much. Around.
Yeah, it's our friend. What is wrong with you?
Much as have lived horrid life. Much I've regretted every so often. Dark.
Mario is wondering if hawk tastes like chicken.
That is,
Yes, it does.
I'm debating awakening the hawk so that I can make it a legit hawk friend.
Okay.
Or if I should just hold out and wait until we find more trees.
Do the hawk.
I use the Staff of the Woodlands and I cast Awaken on my new hawk friend.
Are there limits for awaken abilities?
What do you mean?
Is there a limit to how many things you can awaken or how many charges awakening you use?
I mean, I only have 10 charges a day and it takes 5, so I typically just do it once a day.
Okay.
But it's not like concentration. I mostly am just trying to not make Daniel mad by running around with a bunch of trees, but I pre-made 6 different tree tokens and character sheets and gave them names.
Yeah, and unfortunately, especially dealing with fire giants, if there's more trees, then it's just
It'll just be like a little like carousel of tree friends. But
Daniel's just counting the days.
For some reason, all of the giants in this adventure have become fire giants.
yeah, it's weird.
I'm trying to be reasonable with it. But I awaken my hawk friend, which means it's charmed by me for 30 days or until one of my companions does something harmful to it. So be nice.
That's why it only speaks Sylvan.
That's why they only speak Sylvan. Because yes,
or Druidic. That's probably even safer.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I teach the hawk Druid. No, I'll use Sylvan. Sylvan seems fine.
So that, when it takes on its second career later on in life, it doesn't have anybody to speak to if it only.
Yeah, I'll let it speak Sylvan so it can like talk to the fey creatures and have more marketability in its later career because they stay smart forever.
Actually, Druidic to a non-druid?
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's the special druid language. They're my friends, but they're not druids. Anyway, I will ask the hawk what their name is.
Would you like me to ask my friend what the hawk's name is, Daniel?
Sure. Ask ChatGPT.
Ask which friend? Like the author?
I thought you just I thought Rob just meant doing random chat.
Skyfire.
Oh.
The hawk's name is Skyfire. It's canon.
Okay.
That's actually legit because all the trees are like cedar lock, birch flower. Like they're just like 2 descriptors. All right, so we have a hawk friend named Skyfire.
Okay.
And at this point, Skyfire can tell us what the shiny thing was at the top of the canyon.
Sure. It'll tell you in Sylvan that it was a bigger thing. Pointy teeth. Likes to try to bite me.
Remember, his intelligence is 10 now, so Skyfire could be very descriptive.
Oh, okay.
It's smarter than most of them.
Yep.
By the way, that's where I got the name.
Skyfire's from what?
An AI.
Well,
I
it has
thought-
intelligence, but
I thought you went with because isn't Skyfire the name of the Decepticon that became an Autobot?
no idea.
No idea.
Nerds. Just teasing.
It'll
No, I
essentially
like Skyfire.
describe a goblin because just because it has an intelligence doesn't mean it necessarily can describe. This is what's a goblin. It'll describe a goblin.
Oh, I will teach it that is the goblin. I'm gonna teach Skyfire the Sylvan word for goblin.
Okay, and it will say it. Yeah, okay. Because it's given a name, so it's like I don't know, the ones that feed me, and so yes, it was a goblin, and with the other hobgoblins from based on description.
You can hang out with us. I'll feed you now. How many of the party only has 8 int?
I don't think he can.
Mario.
I don't think he can awaken party
No
members.
comment.
The rogue has to have higher int than 8.
And yes, Hawk is a valid choice for Find Familiar.
Thank you. Because now, I think. So if I use Find Familiar to resummon Skyfire, does that mean that Skyfire would still have an intelligence of 10?
Sure, I don't see it that really at this point in time be a.
Just thinking about, the future. But anyway,
Sure.
I make Skyfire my new familiar.
But anyways, as you guys are kind of go a little fast forward as you guys are making your way as this the area that you're approaching from the note at but you got looking ahead that this must be where the ambush is supposed to happen, because as you're coming up to a hill kind of up above, kind of higher up, you will hear the sound of wood chopping as Bugbears is trying to chop a piece of wood, chopping some wood, and then the other three are kind of huddled nearby, just kind of, unaware that you guys are.
Reverse ambush.
But
Are we moving up very quietly?
you all can try. to move
Pass
up
without a
quickly.
trace. I think the drugs have kicked in. My head doesn't hurt as much. I'm sorry. Are we rolling stealth or initiative?
Stealth would definitely followed by initiative.
I wouldn't have the guidance, but I just leave it turned on. So 20.
It's 14 our lowest.
Nope, there's a tree that got a 9.
You had
Okay.
10 for pass without trace.
Yep, I rolled a -1.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, yeah, I will say, while they are not, no one is surprised. They're not. They're a little distance away, and they weren't exactly like expecting people to be there. So
I feel like the tree should get advantage on their stealth just because they're trees.
yeah, but that was
And there's
all-
other trees around.
Well, now there's other trees. It was pretty much all desert, and then look, there's more trees. But
It's up to you if you want to. The awakened trees have a thing where if they hold still, they are indistinguishable from a regular tree.
Sure, yeah, and like I said, that's why since the trees weren't initially moving during the goblin, that's why they like went next to it. Rolled that they didn't expect it. They didn't. Wow, there's trees here. Oh my god, they move and they attack. But also, it's kind of hard because it's not because it's gonna start moving. So it'll see. Moving trees aren't exactly a common. But let's start with Jian. They're all kind of huddled.
All right, John will circle around and get in position over here, get some cover, and he's gonna hold an action, and I will wait to shoot until one of my allies gets next to one.
Okay. And Isna.
I'm gonna. Which one looks the strongest?
The ones in the back seem stronger.
I'm gonna guiding bolt this one in the very back.
Okay. You know,
And why not? I'll use my wild shape to go into my archer form, and I will shoot that same one with advantage.
sure. That hits.
And that's it.
Okay, and then we're gonna go backwards a little bit because I apparently skipped Draven. So
Could have done something else. They're in totally awesome fairy fire formation.
Draven's raven flavored owl named Mask of Winters will grant advantage to the next person that attacks this bugbear, while Draven attacks the other bugbear.
okay.
And Draven will use the don't move attack and also stealth. Does a 16 hit?
16 on the regular bugbear. I believe that does. It just hit.
For 16 damage.
Ouch. Thing.
In turn. Oh wait, just to make sure, are either me or that bugbear not indirect sunlight? Or is there any target that's shade?
You know what? The only target that would have been in shade would have been this bugbear.
Okay. With 16, Draven would have attacked that one. With 16, hit that one.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, then Draven misses.
Sure.
In turn.
Alright, though that did get hurt. Move. Oh, okay. Got the old. Okay. And the bugbear will try to hit. Try to hit Mario.
Ready action will go off, so I'll shoot him in the back.
Sure.
Oof, 12.
That'll miss. Alright, well, it's gonna do 2 attacks on Mario. No, but I think it's
1 hit.
3 hits. And it did it. Okay. 15. All right, the bugbear will move and try to whack on Mario. Bugbear try to whack on Mario. You get hit for another 12 piercing.
Okay.
Oof. All right, Cedar Lock.
Cedar Lock, I think from right here can reach the one attacking Mario.
Yep. Yes.
I think 21 should hit for 16 bludgeoning.
All right, that's rock. Very cool. Anything else?
No, I have a question though, because I'm making a fancy token for Skyfire. Are they a hawk or a blood hawk?
Bloodhawk.
Does that mean Skyfire maybe can't be a familiar?
Let's see.
I'll look at the spell, I guess, but I was gonna. Never mind, it doesn't have to happen right now. Continue.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Okay. Karatos.
All right. How's this guy looking after the tree slammed him?
Oh, that pretty bloody. That was
All right. Well, then Karatos is going to attack the other.
okay.
And Karatos is going to use their inspiration. Slam down.
Ooh.
Yes. And as is it written, so it shall be. And we will remember to do all the things. Does it identify as a fiend or undead?
It does not.
All right. So first things first, it's that, which is really not that great rolls, and it also gets. So it is only going to be 8 additional. That is. I want to say 34.
Well, it definitely. Oh, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yes. Makes a strength save. Ooh, and it
Okay.
fails.
It gets pushed 10 feet. Oh, yeah. It gets knocked back from that blow. Doesn't outright kill, but that bugbear chief's not looking great at all.
Leaving a mark. All right.
Yeah, a big mark.
Then as a bonus action, Karatos is going to make that an inspiring smite.
Okay.
And we're going to give all 15 temps to Mario because Mario took a
Okay.
beating. And Karatos is just simply going to up into the breach and end her.
Very nice. Yeah. I got a rock like yeah, owed you money. A Mario.
All right, I'm going to move around this guy,
Sure.
and then I'm going to bonus action rage.
Of course.
Got to do the. All right, and I am going to give this one some payback.
Sure.
I did not say reckless, so unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a miss.
I need to start doing that always.
Sure.
Enter.
All right. And that chieftain will move around, start wailing on Mario. Crit. Wow. Okay. And almost crit. Okay.
So I'll take 11 and 5.
Yes.
Hey, it kept me up.
Yeah. And bugbear that's there, yeah, will go in and hit. Wow, it's on fire today. Yep. So. Birch flower.
Birch flower will move up just a little bit so that it can slam this one.
Sure. Hit. And that is just enough. As birch flower has first kill. Ooh, anything else? I want to go to John.
Right, which one of these are right now?
The chief right here.
All right, I'll go for him then. Oh, how's that? 14?
14's a miss.
A bonus action
There we go.
and a double. That's the second one. Ignore that. It's like 18 for that. I'm gonna action surge and shoot him again. Actually, I'm gonna action surge and hold my action, and I'll shoot him at the beginning of Draven's turn. So I'll do that now.
Okay, well, funny enough, that shot takes out the chief. So there's
All
the
right,
other
so
bugbear right there.
my held one will go against that one. Yeah. 15.
15 will miss.
All right, that's all I can do in a turn.
Pretty good turn. Draven.
All right. Are any of these in dim light? there's only
Unfortunately,
one.
no.
They're not in Mario Shadow.
Yeah, but bugbears also have powerful builds, so but they're pretty big. So yeah, unfortunately.
All right. I will steady aim to give myself not disadvantage.
Okay. Who are you shooting at? Yeah.
The one I could see. This
Yeah.
one. So that is a total of 9, 15, 22 damage. Are they still up?
Yes.
Alright. In that case, my raven flavored owl. The shadow that resides in the abyss will swoop in to grant advantage to the next one that attacks that target.
That sounds good. Isna.
Let's see. The archer is active. I think this one is in range of a produce flame, so I'll do that, and then I'll hit it with my archer shot.
Okay. Yeah. That hits. Ooh, wow. Crits.
Not that I do a ton of damage at tier 1, but
Of course. Very nice. Okay. Anything else?
nope.
Cedar Law then.
We'll walk up and hit that same one.
He's got advantage.
For 13 bludgeoning.
Okay. Right. And yeah, that bugbear's really hurt. Karatos.
That one looks worse.
Yes.
All right. Round Mario and attempt to save it.
Oh,
Saved.
wow! It just enough. How do you finish this one off?
We'll knock him unconscious. Maybe we need to talk to it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Karatos will simply move up and look at this one. Say, you are the next one to fall before the Horned Lord's champion. End of turn.
Okay, Mario.
Okay, can I attack this one? Reckless. There we go.
Okay, solid. Good one. That really hurt. Then no. On its turn. Is everything going on? You know what? Is gonna disengage and try and start to run away.
Will only die tired.
And and then I assume at that point the rest of you guys can, if you want to, can finish that bugbear off or take a prisoner as well. They're running it at that point.
Yep,
But,
we'll knock him out.
yeah. So I guess before you guys continue your way to Parnast,
You check them for some good stuff and ask them why would they be such a. Why would they do this to humble caravans?
oh, well, they will tell you that they are doing it for their new boss, Bad Fool. And that,
Well, this name seemed apt as we paid them, or I'm sorry, Isna paid them good gold or platinum for passage, and then to trick us such as that, and then lay in wait in ambush. That means that their moniker of bad is truly earned.
okay, but, yeah, that's like, well, what we do, that's what.
You're not really sure who you're talking to. Like just looking off and.
Oh, yeah, but the bugbears will say, well, since you let them live, they can just, maybe ply their trades somewhere else, somewhere far from here.
Perhaps we will take you to Parnast and see what they would make of you.
Okay. All
Or
right. Well,
you can bring this evidence against this so-called bad fool to them.
okay, definitely. So, from taking this place, I definitely find some gold, mostly in copper and silver. But the other bugbear that did not survive, you find a very nice set of bracers. as well as you find some armor that seemed to be looks like it has the crown and circle symbol of the Lord's Alliance, and you also find it looks like some uh, toenails, and you put your heads together. This looks like these toenails are what's probably used for creating a potion of Hill Giant, but it looks like they don't have the rest of the. You need more material to actually make the potion. Looks like they were carrying ingredients.
We could bring those back to Roderick. Maybe he'll know what to do with them.
Oh yeah, definitely. But your journey continues, and soon you find yourselves passing through the hills of the Great Peaks. You guys are able to camp one last night before you guys reach Parnas the next day. Keenly aware of what you guys lost, which is the weapon. Okay, then when you started around noon the next day, you guys reach a small town of Parnas, but find that a few townspeople will come out and greet you. But as you guys arrive, the half-elven cleric Chandra will thank you, as well as there's some townspeople. We're so grateful that you guys braved the Black Road to bring the statue of our goddess to us.
No, or a road named the Black Road. Awesome.
Then Chandra will say, "Well, I mean, wouldn't it be black when it during the nighttime?"
Raven just looked.
Okay. She kind of just kind of nod, but we'll see. Please, take this payment with our gratitude, and let's get you all some baths drawn. We can we'll definitely find a place for you guys to stay and eat for the night. But and then you also get greeted by Ragnar Redtooth. He will just say, "Oh, you're the adventurers that brought us the goods to town. The folks can't thank you enough for what you guys were able to do." As well, if you guys want somewhere to rest, I do have my stables. But I don't have a room for you at the moment. But you definitely come to the house, and then we'll not only you get food, get a round of drinks, and tell us your stories of how you got there. And then as you guys leave, Azam will looks over to you guys and give you a shrewd glance. You did modestly well out there. And he gives you a wry, lopsided smile as he smooths his own mustache. I travel with you all again. You've got a friend on the Black Road. I'm going to stay here for a while until we have enough goods for a new caravan out. And it's definitely nice to get away from all that sand. Well, I guess I'll just watch yourselves. Between everything we've seen and heard, I doubt we'll have bigger problems soon. And that ends the module. So I'll post the rewards and stuff at our usual place. And then have a